You think I'd be smart enough to focus the camera before I started? Not me. No, not me. It has been an expensive, busy day today. Whew. Put my phone on the charger. I don't need to put my phone on the charger. Linda's getting the children, Children. See, I pronounced it right this time, Nana. Instead of saying chillins or children, Chilren. Took a brief respite, however you want to pronounce it, and went and sat with my best friend Jerry and my youngest adopted son Matt a while ago, discussing personal things. There's a lot of turmoil going on right now in my life and in my friends' lives and families' lives. It seems like everybody is having issues. I'm not alone in that. I did briefly look at headlines, and I saw where the FBI had seized Donald Trump's passports. You're going to see some real intense political squabbling take place here in the very near future. That's my prophecy for the upcoming weeks. And I'm about as psychic as this camera right there. It's just, that's my take on what's getting ready to happen. If you're watching this and you live in Oklahoma and you have the ability to contact your legislators, please get a hold of them and tell them to stop the overreach by the Oklahoma Turnpike Authority or Oklahoma Transportation Authority, whichever name they're using. They're trying to move people off their homes for the betterment of Oklahoma. Well, I take that personally. Yes, they're looking at putting one through here, but that's years in the future. I also have relatives and a sister and brother-in-law who are going to be onslaughted by this nonsense, and it makes me angry. So if you can, look up your individual state legislator and let them know you ain't happy. You'd be surprised how much one letter to a politician means. One letter, they don't really pay it that much attention, but they do. Their staff does. But when you have a bunch of them hitting them regularly, they pay attention because it's all about their job. Oklahoma, just like the United States of America, has a lot of bureaucrats that don't have to be elected and were not elected. And so those bureaucrats need to be reminded on a regular basis, they work for us, you and me, not themselves. A little bit of money and a little bit of power seems to go right to a person's head. Jerry and Matt and I were discussing that earlier. Most people fail to understand that money is nothing more, nothing less than a tool. And those that do not have it and suddenly they come into a lot of it, they go crazy, and it seems to ruin their life in some ways. I've observed that. I have. I've had friends who have been so money hungry that every time they got a bit of money, a paycheck or anything, boy, they either went and bought lottery tickets, or they went and blew it at a casino, and then wrung their hands and worried how they were gonna feed their kids. But they wanted that pie in the sky, easy life. Well, folks, our lives are not supposed to be easy. You know, Jerry's sweet little wife Diane walked in while we were talking, and the subject of came up somehow of lottery tickets or whatever, or gambling or whatever. I can't remember the exact conversation, and with a serious look on her face she said, "I don't believe in that." And she doesn't, neither does Jerry. I looked at her and I said, you know, I've gambled and will gamble with my life, but never my money. And I just don't. I don't go to casinos, I don't play poker, I don't buy lottery tickets, I don't do any of that. I do have $1 bets I make with Jerry sometimes. But it's a joke, a standing joke between us. Ill-gotten gain has eternal consequences to it. It really does. You can believe that or not. It can cost you on the eternal scale of where you're going to be. If money is your God, money is all you're going to get. It's going to mess you up in this life. It's going to mess you up in the hereafter. That I know. I promise you I know what I'm talking about. I've been sitting in the office for a little bit, taking care of bills. I lost one of my burner cards. Fortunately, it wasn't the one that is a credit card, and you have to have the PIN number to spend it. I think it's probably in our bedroom. I just haven't turned the place upside down looking for it. I probably need to get Aurora in here with a flashlight and look under this desk. I don't know what I did with it. I'm absent-minded as all get out, and the older I get, the worse I'm getting. And that is a fact. I mean, I don't mean to be, but the old synapses just don't fire as well as they used to. Linda gets back with the children. I'm probably going to go in the house. I will call my son Nick here in a little bit and see what time they get off work. And if they get off at a decent time and Brandon rides home with him, I will go in the house, change into my lounge lizard clothes, and see what Linda and I can watch on television for entertainment. We don't get to do that very much. It sounds like we do, but we don't. What happens invariably, someone has a situation and I've got to go put out a fire, or someone needs her and we have to go take care of something, or grandkids come in and out of the parlor while we're trying to watch television. Saturday afternoon, Benjamin watched Chris's sons while Chris was at work at Chris's house. Aurora, Shy, and Ash were with their mom all afternoon, and Linda and I had a good time. No kids. We sat and had a pretty good enjoyment there. I've got a little bit of money coming in, and Zara Rose thought that Linda and I were going to move off and she'd never see us again. No, I'm having a slab poured that way, and I'm going to buy a big RV. I have to buy a truck to pull the camping trailer. We want a fairly large one, I have two experts, actually three experts, Matt, Mike, and Mike's parents, that they live in RVs and they're comfortable. And if we got a fairly large one, Linda and I would be comfortable. And she assured Sarah Rose we're not moving off, and that, oh, I can still come see you. And she was all happy. There's no way in the world I'm moving off for my grandchildren. I have things that I need to do that will get done. There's one of Linda's hens cackling. She must have laid an egg. But I have the friends I want and need right here in this area. That's Jerry, Diane. I don't consider Matt and Mike friends. They're my boys. But their parents are my friends, and I have a few other friends here that I won't run off and leave. I had a really good thought that buy that big RV and then buy a small motor home, so that if Linda and I have to stay a couple of days at Ada for doctors, we just take that motor home and go hook it up at an RV park for a couple of nights. That, and Linda and I can travel with Jerry and Diane when they take theirs and go somewhere. That was my thought. Whether it'll bear fruit or not, I don't know. Also, Linda wants her old Navigator, newer than the one she's got now. I've got a buddy in Dell City, and I've also got a friend down in Ardmore that might be able to do it, but we've decided we're going to have it gone through, and just everything brand new on it. Strip the wiring out, everything, and go back and make it new. New interior, new exterior. Probably paint it black instead of, right now it's kind of a red, I think, some sort of color like that. One of the problems I've got is I'm slightly color blind. I don't see pastels well. I have an eye condition, and I wore the wrong shades today. They look really dark, but you can see they're not. I have prescription shades. They're for light density, and I put the wrong ones on today. It's not bad being in here. That light's not it's not a fluorescent light. When I was at the office over at Lodge 3, Matt had the back lights turned off. So Jerry, Matt, and I, there were lights on in front, but we were sitting in the cool and fairly dark and having a good conversation. So I could take my lights off, or my shades off, and sit and talk with them. It was enjoyable. However, I'm not going to be doing any more of that today. Probably will tomorrow. There's an awful lot going on in my personal life that they're involved in, and so I'm going to be paying attention to it. To my sister Randy and her husband JD, thank you for being really gracious host to my brother Chris, which is her older brother but my younger brother. One of these days, if I can get loose, Linda and I will come up and take you guys out and put the feed bag on. But right now, busy does not describe what is taking place with me right now. Linda and I, we absolutely covet the amount of time we have together, because we don't really get to a lot. And I thought about breaking out my old business, and she said, what do you got to do? And I said, well, it's a $500 fee and then 30 days wait. And I really don't want to go back into business. I've got a guy that's supposed to buy my business. I haven't spoken with him. I need to do that when I'm done with this. I'm sure he still wants to buy it. He's got about another 3.5 months, and then he retires from DIA. And he's right now signed to ComNav 8 out of New Orleans. But he'll retire, and he'll have the money, and then he's wanting to move to Edmond, Oklahoma. And Edmond's a nice place. My sister and her husband lived there. Now they've got a nice place east of Norman, out by Lake Thunderbird somewhere. That's fine. Let me get another sip, please. I'm waiting on a text. I forgot. I've got to go pick up 2 computers from Neil Mayo. I'll give him a call here in a minute. I don't think he's texted me back. Oh no, I'll have to call him. And I'm buying a used computer off of him for my son Benjamin. That way he's got everything he needs in his house. I will get back to you folks tomorrow, hopefully. This is going to be the vlog for today. I'm sorry about it being brief. Like that sign right there says, be kind, God bless you, I love you, and bye.